Okay, welcome back children to the lesson habitat. Already in the previous class we discussed what is habitat and how do the animals interlink together in a food chain and ecosystem. There are two types of habitats, we know that. What are they? Number 1, land habitat. Number 2, water habitat. Land habitat is called as terrestrial. It is called as terrestrial habitat, whereas the water habitat is called as aquatic habitat. Sorry, aquatic habitat. Aqua means water and terrestrial means land. So these two types of habitats are present in our surroundings, and again these habitats are different types, already we discussed. So here particular organisms, they have a special kind of habitat. For example, fish live in the water. Fish lives in water, and whereas some plants grow only on land. Only on land. So here water for the fish is the habitat. Water for the fish is the habitat, whereas land is the habitat of a plant. When you notice here, some organisms, they have particular habitat, means fish can live only in water, and whereas we can live only on the land. We can live only on the land. Like that, each and every organism, it has a particular habitat. It has a particular habitat. And a wonder is that some organisms, they can share the same habitat. For example, let me show you the pond habitat. Let us discuss about pond habitat. For example, if you take the pond as an example, pond as an example, do you know what is pond? Pond is a small freshwater body. It is a small freshwater body. Now, here in pond ecosystem, it is called pond habitat. Here we could able to see different organisms, they are sharing the same ecosystem or same habitat. Now it is pond habitat. Let us see what will be there in a pond habitat. And we know that each habitat and each ecosystem, it contain two types of things, living things and non-living things, biotic and abiotic components, right? Now look here, the pond habitat is a water habitat. It contains water in it. It contains water in it. And let us see what are the organisms that are present in this habitat. Okay, let me show you. First, in the pond, there is presence of fish. We know that fishes are present in the pond habitat. And as well as when you look at here, not only fish, at the bottom dwellers or otherwise snails also present here. And whereas we could able to see the crabs, we also see crabs are present here. Along with this, the producers like floating plants, for example, floating plants on the water, and as well as submerged plant, partial submerged it is called, and some plants are completely submerged, like hydrilla plant, it is completely submerged, मतलब पूरा वाटर के अंदर रहता है ये. Partially submerged मतलब root and stem will be inside the water and leaf and flower appear outside. For example, water lily, etc., right? And hydrilla is best example for completely submerged plant. Hydrilla is the best example for completely submerged plant, whereas partial submerged is the lotus and water lily. And floating plants example, Fistia, Fistia, Fistia. It is called floating plant, right? And now along with these plants, some organisms like fishes, crabs, even turtles also present, isn't it? Turtles also present in the water, and some snails, they are present at the shore, right? And some birds like cranes are present at the where they are present nearby the shore of the pond, and as well as some snails, earthworms, some insects like pond scatter. Do you know pond scatter? All these are organisms which are present in the water. They are present in water means here different organisms, they are sharing same habitat. Even you unable to see algae and microbes like bacteria also present here. Microbes like bacteria and algae, they are also present in the same ecosystem. It is the water pond ecosystem. And here when we discuss here, we fish lives in water and man live on the land, whereas here they are sharing all the characters here. All organisms, they are sharing the same habitat. So whatever it may be, some are particularly live in that habitat and some can able to share the same habitat, right? So this is best example where all animals, they share the same ecosystem or same habitat, right? Now here we taken this pond habitat as an example that all living things will be live together. Plants and animals, microbes, and as well as abiotic things like soil, water, air, sunlight, all they are present here, right? And next here it is very true that each and every organism on the earth, each and every organism's body, each and every organism's body is made as per their habitat. as per their habitat मतलब क्या है, जो कुछ भी organisms है, जो कुछ भी living things है, जो कुछ भी habitat में वो survive कर रहे, means whatever the habitat in their they are living, according to their habitat their body is designed. मतलब fish ऐसा ही है, man ऐसा ही है. Man can breathe with the lungs, so he can survive on the land. Fish can able to breathe with the gills, so it is living in water. Man unable to live in water, fish unable to live on land. So the body design, the organ design, it is designed as per their habitat. It is very sure that the living things that are living in an habitat, their body design is made as per their habitat, in what they are living. So here the body system that is developed, for example in human lungs are developed, in fish gills are developed, whereas in cockroach they developed spiracles. Right? So different respiratory organs are present. This is the example only that we know very well. This is only example. So in this example we come to know that the organisms, they have three different breathing organs. Means as for the habitat, as for their body system, they have different kinds of features, body features. Different body features are there. For example, camel can easily survive in the desert. Can you able to survive? No, because there is no water. Even there is no water, it can able to survive. Why camel can able to survive in that desert area? Because it has a special features which we don't have. So the special features that is present in an organism, to survive in an habitat, to survive according to their habitat, those features are called, means the getting features to survive in their habitat is called as adaptation. It is called adaptation. So our next topic is adaptation to different ecosystem or different habitats. Adaptation to different habitats or different ecosystem. So let us see what is this adaptation. We'll take fish and camel as an example. Why? Because fish live in the water, camel live in the desert. So two are very different habitats. Why? Because desert is fully loaded with the sand, whereas the water body is fully loaded with the water. Sea, ocean, lake, whatever it may be, it is fully loaded with water. So let us see how they are differentiate from each other. What are the features that are present in the fish and camel? How do they can able to survive in that habitat, right? Okay, now let us see the adaptation in camel. When you look at the adaptation in camel, actually camel is called as ship of desert. Why? Because it is surviving, it can live in desert, right? And it is called ship of desert. Now let us see the features of the camel one by one. Here the first feature is the tall legs. Tall legs. Here camel, it has tall legs. Here these tall legs, lengthy legs, help the camel body to be away from the surface of the sand. From the surface of the sand, it is very away. The body is very in height it is. So whatever the heat of the sand is there, it won't touches the body, isn't it? It won't touches the body because the legs are very lengthy. Legs are very lengthy, so that the heat doesn't go up to the camel's body. So it get protected from the heat. Number one, long legs, tall legs. And whereas when you observe the feet, of the camel, it is wide spreaded, right? When it is wide spreaded, it decreases the pressure applied by its body. It decreases the pressure so that it won't sink in the even in the smooth sand. If you walk in that by wearing the shoes with the heel, definitely you are going to sink in the sand. But whereas due to wide feet with fur, it can able to walk on the sand easily. Not walking, even it also runs in the sand. So that is the adaptation. First one is the long leg, and second one the wide feet, which helps the camel to walk in the sand, right? And now come to other features. Here camel, it doesn't have sweat glands. It don't have sweat glands. Sweat glands are absent. Sweat glands are absent. There is no sweat gland in the camel, so it won't sweat. So there is no loss of water. If once it get the water, it can able to drink up to 40 liter of water at a time. At a time it can drink 40 liter of water, and it can able to store the water in the body. Here there is no sweat, so no loss of water. And whereas it urinate very less. It urinate very less means यूरिन बहुत कम यूरिनेट करता है, और जो कुछ भी एक्सक्रीट करता है, डंग, कैमल डंग, it is very dry. It is very dry. Even it don't have water also, right? And here it is called hump. It is what we call hump. The hump of the camel, it stores the fat. It stores the fat. So in emergency, the camel has the capacity to get the water, from the hump. It can get the water from the hump. It has that capacity, right? So what are these what are the features, what are the adaptation it have features? It don't have sweat gland, so it never sweat. It urinate very less, and it have dry dung, and the hump contains the fat. And here the eyelashes, when you look at the eyelashes, camel eyelashes are very long to get protected from the sandstorm. And it has the voluntary nostrils. वॉलेंटरी मतलब जब कोई धूल आ गया, मतलब अपन नाक बंद कर देते हाथ से, खुद का खुद नाक नहीं बंद होता, लेकिन कैमल का नाक बंद हो जाते. इट हैज़ दैट अडेप्टेशन, राइट? एंड लॉन्ग ईयर्स कैन प्रोटेक्ट देम फ्रॉम डस्ट, राइट? So all these are the special features that are present in the camel to escape from the adverse condition of the desert. It can able to survive even without drinking water for a week, right? Because it can able to store the water in its body. So these all are special features that are present in the camel. We discuss about the fish in the next class, Nana. Thank you.